Good morning. Hey y'all, hey. Okay, so couple of things. I need some help. Because we in mask world. I just took my mask off. I don't look crazy to do it because y'all got me on Facebook. People be watching y'all videos. Get me straight. Hold on. How I look? Okay. We good? We good? Okay. And then also with my how much, my nervous condition, I like to move. So am I moving out the frame? Am I making y'all dizzy? Okay. And if I come on the front of this podium, am I gonna make anybody nervous? Don't let me fall off. Did I do that? Um, I'm a. Okay, there we go. Is this good? Slide to the left. Oh, can I do? Okay. Just yeah. I am so glad to be here, Gethsemane. Give yourselves a round of applause. You all are certainly family to me, and it is so good to see y'all. We still in a pandemic, but we making it, ain't we? We making it, right? Yes, yes. So I don't know. Is there anybody here that I'm meeting that I'm laughing with for the first time? Raise your hand, but don't get it on the video because as far as the video is concerned, I'm famous around here. Down here, so I can. Okay, bring it down, bring it down. You didn't listen. Don't embarrass me. All my life I had to fight. Okay. Thank you, Queen. So the Queen called me. She called me. First of all, I just want to let y'all know I just made my announcement that I retired from comedy. Did you know? I did. I retired, but she called and I said, I'm back. All of a sudden, I've been back. I was retired for about three days. I think it was 3 days. And you said, yeah, girl, but we got a women's call. I said, I'll be there. I'll be there. I am greetings on behalf of my family. My kids are really grateful that you all called me. Turns out we can eat this week. They're like, yes, we love when you work at Gethsemane. So I'm really glad. If you'll send my love to Pastor Houston, I really appreciate you all and thank you for all of the prayers. And I'm just glad to make you all laugh this morning. If I have your permission, yeah? Okay, good. Because I've been doing, still doing some comedy during the pandemic. And it's been a challenge because first we were in virtual. So then I'm trying to figure out if I can see the people, the engagement through the Wi-Fi poses for some complications, you know what I'm saying? I get revved up off the energy. It's kind of hard to see people laughing on Zoom. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, if y'all can put an LOL in this chat box, it'll help a sister. Help me, help you. I get funnier when people laugh, but that was, But I was complaining the whole time because you know how we do. I'm like, oh my God, now I gotta do comedy on the computer. Then we started going back, live, and I'm like, oh, it's humans. What are y'all doing for the safety car? It's like, you just can't please people, I came back and started to do live audiences this year. Then people laughed. I was ready to fight because I ain't used to hearing stuff. All 2021, they're doing the first half, maybe 2020, the half of 2021, it was, in the chats. And then I came back and people were like, I'm like, what you, you scared me. I ain't used to talking back. But then with the masks on, that's kind of the laughs get muffled, right? So I need y'all to move your shoulders so he can get on the video. They laughing at me, don't embarrass me, okay? In case we want to go viral before your girl, the lead comedy for real. We can do this now, Gethsemane. I'm always ready with y'all, okay? Say, who retired for comedy? Not me. The devil is alive. I'm back. So we're all in. I got a chance to enjoy the service last night. Thanks to you all for, y'all was doing a thing last night. Where's the, okay, because when you're watching on camera, I'm a little dyslexic anyway, so on my camera, that's the worship side. What was the lady? Wait, how y'all had the setup? Was this the same setup as last night? It was, okay, I was like, don't be trying to trick me. I did my research. Might even have went out to the club last night, but I knew I was going to be here, so I wanted to be holy for y'all. I think that's how Queen Houston is keeping the tabs on me. When last time we seen Allison? I ain't seen her at no church. We're gonna bring her to the women's. Y'all ministering to me. Oh, is that what this is? Y'all keeping me safe? Well, thank you. Oh, I get it. Amen. To the house of the Lord, you called me. I'm here. Amen. Amen. But worship last night was fantastic, and I think Reverend Press, she brought the word, didn't she? Oh, then you okay? I'm like, where's she at? Everybody tell her. I said, you sitting right here looking at me. I'm looking at you. You looking at me. You look nice. I was a little convicted and everything. I feel like the Holy Spirit was really, oh, you're here, huh, God? Say something about what I say with my words, huh? That's what we gonna do? Amen, amen. Well, amen. Got my word and we is here. And so I'm excited about, just laughing with you all. And really, when I thought about the all in, I'm like, okay, we got a theme. Because y'all don't play. So first of all, we about our business. And we're not playing in the things of the Lord. What are we marinating on, right? And so the all in, when I think about all in, I think about I'm like, how are we going to put these jokes and this message together for such a time as this? And so all in for me just is about embracing the moment, really being in the moment. Just, we gonna be present, right? And so for me as a comedian, I have just gotten good at that because I'm gonna take advantage of since we're here. We're gonna point it out and we're gonna laugh at it. But that has been for me very helpful because what I have learned is the more present that you are in the moment, the more it sets you up for success on the other side, right? Oh, we clapping. Oh, clap then. Hold on, because I don't know how many more of those deep ones I got. Wait a minute. I didn't know y'all was going to clap. Hold it. Let's get my brain ready. We clap. We got clappers in the house. Clappers in the house. But it makes me think about, it's 20 years ago when I was at Norfolk State. I like to say that because I'm grown now. Get into it. I mean, 20 years ago she was in college. Well, how old is she? Well, I just had a birthday, 72. Black don't crack. I got all of it. I got a lot of it. I was like, well, since I'm going to be dark-skinned, Lord, make sure I don't have the ageless thing. So 20 years ago, I was at Norfolk State. I was in the band. So Spartan Legion Marching Band, behold, right here. And I was a hot ice dancer. And so what we would learn, what you say? You say, oh, that makes sense. All my life I had to fight. I mean, I've been semi-delivered, queen. I'm on the way out. Now, call somebody down when you see me come back for one of those homecomings. I'm looking up. I'm about to be one of the ladies, one of the ones, girl, in my day. I was going to go last year. I ain't lying. This pandemic got a sister, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm about to pop out. And then I saw those girls now. I didn't even know they could move the legs the way they do nowadays. When we was in college, we couldn't do that. And I thought we could do a lot. We couldn't do that. They did. The Lord gave some extra joints to some of these young girls. I don't have those. They didn't give those out to us in the 80s. So I'm going to wait about 10 more years till I'm on the field. No worries. Y'all got time. You got time. But I remember when we used to get ready for games and performances, we used to tell them all the time, go hard in practice. In practice, you need to practice full out. That's what I feel like all in means. Go all the way through the moves. Get all the stretches out. If you think you're going to kick when you get on the field, kick now. Practice now. Because when you get on the field, adrenaline kicks in. And we'll translate that to, that's real life, right? When you get in real life, that little 12-second prayer that you did, it may or may not work. It may not activate here. So that's why we got to take moments or take the opportunities to be in the moment times like this. So that when we get on the field, when the adrenaline starts kicking in, when there's 10,000 people in the audience, and only your mama out there maybe 90, you're like, oh, you're going to wish you would have went all in practice. And so that's how I try to, think about in real life. Okay, this hit hurt, like the pandemic. We was in the pandemic hurt. But let's be all in. So here's my little all ins. We're going to joke a little bit, okay? So this is my all in real life. So in real life, did you all know I had a house fire? Yeah, okay, so we knew about that. You ain't know, oh, Queen, well, let me bring you up to speed. So what had happened was, before the pandemic, right, because I had to get my practice on before y'all got here to trauma and tragedy. Your girl was already started. I was pre-gaming the year before the pandemic came. My children were home alone. They were cooking french fries. They burned the house down, y'all. All my life I had to fight. They burned the whole house down, y'all, with some french fries. Them the most expensive french fries. French fries cost $300,000. I don't ever want to see another french fry. Listen here. I go to the restaurant, I be about to fight. You better not put some, I don't care if it is a chicken basket. You better bring some tater tots. Do no french fries. But that was a season. And in that moment and during that time, we had an opportunity to go all in. It was really uncomfortable. The only thing I wanted to do was get out. I didn't want to be in that moment. I wanted to get out of that moment, right? But the more in that I was in, the more that I got out of it for even now. So here's what I mean. We had a house fire. Anybody ever had a fire, a flood, any of that? Mm-hmm. So, insurance. If you don't have insurance, use this as an insurance. Get your insurance, okay? Insurance is a situation. They go drop some money on you. And you have the opportunity to go buy a bunch of stuff or get some financial literacy class going on, and I didn't do B. I was trying to get through it. I wasn't all in it. I just wanted to hurry up and get it over with. It was embarrassing. I mean, I was joking about it, and it was some good material, but it was uncomfortable. We were living in and out of a hotel for a year. I don't like hotels. I don't ever want to see another white sheet. Now I got 2 reasons. I wish But that hotel, 2 reasons. You know what I'm saying? I already had one. My mama, we from the South. I already a white sheet. No, we don't do no white sheets. Y'all got black? Y'all got black right here? We don't do. So now we in this situation. I have these children. It's a lot going on. And we lost everything, y'all. So, they were cooking French fries, burned the house down. They got out. Everybody was okay. So praise God. Nobody was hurt. But what I tell my children and the opportunity that was missed, they weren't all in, is because they just burned the house down. They didn't burn down the car. They were supposed to be all in, y'all. Turns out now I just got a brand new house in the pandemic and a hooped it. You see what happens when you're not all in? When you don't maximize the moment. You seen it with some fire, y'all. Why don't you get it all? Get it all, baby. So that's my parenting and me teaching my children how to be all in. But during that time, y'all, so we had the house fire, and people were like, oh my gosh, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. When you lost your cell phone, did you lose your mind? We lost everything as much. I mean, I tried to hold on to stuff, y'all, to that poverty mentality. I was like, but give me my Popples. Popples was this teddy bear that I had when I was like 6. I shouldn't have had her 30 years later. Don't say, oh, that is nasty. So you just gonna hold on to this 30-year-old teddy bear. Like, that had probably COVID. That might have been how it got here, y'all, for real, if I'm being honest with you. It done went from the hood, it done been in lead poisoning, it done been government, that it done been around. Being around the burden now, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. So I'm trying to hold on to my stuff and all of that, and it was an opportunity where the Lord was trying to help me to break up and just let go of the material stuff, just let go of the past. It was a preparation opportunity for me to, okay, well, now I'm going into this, obviously we didn't know we were going to be in the pandemic, right? But I had the chance there to exercise the muscle of letting go of things and things that were out of my control. I didn't have anything to do with that. Well, I did. I could have cleaned the oven. But you know what? Judge your own mama, okay? You don't judge my kid's mama. You judge your mama. Okay? All my life I had to fight. I tried. I got 3 kids, okay? Sometimes I never did I clean the oven. All right, mind your business. But I ain't know that they was going to be cooking French fries when I won't dare and then just leave it alone. Like, I ain't know that you can't use the same grease like for 2 weeks. I didn't know. Because at Mrs. Washington House, she would have a container of grease that I know that grease was like 3 months old. I didn't know it didn't work for my kids. Dang on it. But it was a situation. It was really hard. It was one of those moments where I just wanted it to be over. I was not at all okay about it. Some people would be like, oh, baby, y'all gonna get y'all a brand new house. Oh, baby, you gonna be all... I didn't want to hear it then. I just, I was overwhelmed. I was going through. I was grieving. And that was hard. It was hard for the whole family. And in fact, my ex and I, we were married 17 years. Well, that fire was too much for our marriage. So we broke up. We got a divorce because of the fire. I'm just kidding. Girl, that ain't got to do with the fire. That marriage was terrible before the fire. I feel the remains of the fire saying, hold on now, wait a minute. That is where we draw the line. You can blame us on that couch, folks now, but we ain't got nothing to do with your love life here. Whatever. Anywho, I'm sorry. Wrong audience. Y'all like, girl, we did not just meet you. We remember 3 years ago when you was here, you were talking about you didn't want to be married. Okay, mind your business, okay? You heard Reverend Press say last night about what you say out your mouth, okay? Watch what you're saying and stuff comes to fruition. You heard her. So I'm single now, I forgot to tell you that. No worries, we can keep that to ourselves. I need about another 2 years of reprogramming. Turns out the sister's a little unhealthy. Who knew? Y'all see the thing on social media when it's like a funny meme situation, like, am I the villain? I'm not the villain. Me. I'm like, am I the villain? So it's me. All this time, I thought everybody else was crazy. So I'm all in, right? I'm going to be all in this season. It is uncomfortable. Shout out to everybody. Can I just get into single moms, the real heroes? Who knew? Hard out here in these streets. I've been a single mama now for 11 months. It's hard. I almost went back, but it ain't that hard. Y'all been doing a fantastic job. I'm going to learn from you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not a punk. I'm not going back. And I never want to go back. Okay, focus. So the fire for me was one of those opportunities that I'm like, had I been a little more all in, I would have been even more prepared and set up for success during the pandemic. But this is one of them. You better hype me up. Ooh. Thank you. Because it was, the emotional piece was there. I mean, this pandemic was hard. I don't know about y'all. I'm going through. But now that I'm here, I'm like, okay, hold on. I went through a hard time before. And this one, I am not going to miss the opportunity to be all in, period, right? It's, many of us we've lost loved ones. I saw on the news, thousands of people are still passing away every day because of this terrible disease. Our money has been impacted. Our community has been hit the worst, for our Black community. When it rains everywhere else, it pours on us. We got to be the fixers and the ones that receive the most impact negatively for it, right? And so that's been challenging. And just emotionally, we all just, like, I feel like we still here from February 2020, because I am still traumatized by the fact that I had to go and fight for toilet tissue. Is anybody healed from that part yet? Just, I was trying to understand, like, that was scary, right? Like, we were in a horror movie, girl, you gotta get some toilet tissue. I had nightmares about toilet tissue. It don't get no crazier than that. It was no blood, it was not gory, it was just toilet paper. But that moment has prepared me, and I'm sure each of you here, we are ready. I mean, now we can go up to that next level. Like, you gotta come a little harder with, I wasn't expecting that to come, right? And so what I do is I just try to make sure that I'm laughing at every time something comes that I'm like, first of all, that hurt my feelings. Or that mess with my money. I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to laugh at it. And now I'm going to put this phrase on. I'm going to be all in. I'm going to embrace this moment because there's an opportunity for me to benefit from this. There is an opportunity for me to win from this. So let me tell y'all why I retired, okay? Y'all ready? Somebody said, Who got an attitude because I said I retired? We got to talk about this because I'm going to start here first. And some ministries I'm never, ever, ever going to forget. This is one of them because y'all was holding me down from when I came out. I was like, I'm going to be a comedian 6 years ago. Full time, I've been doing this 6 years. And y'all was like, I believe you. Some of them churches, they was hating on me. But y'all believe by faith. Now, some churches, they believe too, but y'all believed in the natural and by faith. Y'all believed in the natural, real currency. Some churches just wanted to believe by faith. Just wanted to believe with air. But they wanted me to come and give them an HBO special. Like, that ain't how it work. Girl, you a local comedian, right? So you should be free. But we just need to make sure that you make everybody in here laugh. They should never forget this moment. This should be like, hold on, lady. How long? For 2 hours. Girl, that is a movie. 2 hours of a movie. But y'all ain't never, ever. So my season is transitioning because I got the opportunity. I've accepted the job. I work for Optus Bank. They're in South Carolina, and I'm the Director of Communications and Partnership. So you know what that means? I can pay my bills. Turns out, entrepreneurship is hard. Shout out to all the entrepreneurs out here in the streets. Because I was supposed to get famous. Well, spoiler, I hadn't gotten famous yet. So I started telling people, hey, I've accepted the job to be Director of Communications for a bank. And they're like, hope you don't forget about your dreams. You're going back to work? Well, you go to work, don't you? They became nightmares. My dreams became nightmares because I can't eat. Come and make you laugh and you good to go home and eat. And your church want me to come by faith. Man, I like steak. Something ain't adding up. Can't come to Gethsemane every 3 months. They tried. They're like, look, baby, we gotta get you some more material. I'm trying, Miss Houston. I'm trying, but I was about to come through one of them picnic lines. Y'all had one more summer. I was gonna be there with my kids. It's like, you doing a comedy? I'm the food. I need to. This year, I'm the recipient. But I'm excited about this moment and this new opportunity and this new season, but I'm also scared, right? But I'm making the decision, and I did even over the last 6 months, to be all into the pandemic. So when the pandemic came, so I had the fire, then we had the pandemic. I'm this live entertainer. I had just opened up for Martin Lawrence. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing. Listen, I was really going to brag and celebrate what God had did for me. I think that's why I didn't get famous. Y'all should have seen me. I was like, wait till I tell these jokers anyway. I'm opening for my pandemic. What that mean? I didn't even know what a pandemic was. I knew words. So I learned pandemic and pandemic. It's really the only word that I've learned, but in this season, I'm like, okay, how do I transition? How can I use the all in, or the most in, that I got out of my fire seasons and transfer that to now? I know how to cope. I know how to recover. I know how to move forward. I know how to find some joy. So I need to be doing that right now in this pandemic, because it's hard for us. This is because I'm not getting much work. I'm not out here. We're scared to death. These 3 kids of mine is at home on this volunteer school. Who told the people to let the kids come home to do? That was hard right there, y'all. That was hard. Just trying to do something. I want to tell the teacher, first of all, lady, I wasn't doing homework when they was with you all day. I don't know why you think I'm going to do the classwork. Snot, ma'am, slow down. Told the kids, y'all just forget that year. We'll just figure something out. My oldest, he a senior now in high school. I'm like, woo, trying to get him to get his GED. He don't want to do it. I was like, you don't got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? You just stop. We get it. You did good. You got this far. Because college was here, right? And these little food baskets that comedy was giving me was not enough to pay for these kids' college. So I was trying to talk him, like, you don't want to be an entrepreneur like your mom? He's like, nah, lady, I got to take care of you. I was like, oh, okay. So since he want to be an overachiever and prove to everybody that he can go all the way to the walk across the stage, I guess, I got to line something up for him. I was trying to do some volunteer work at Norfolk State. Turns out you got to be more than volunteering alumni to get your kids to go there for free. So I'm going to work on them. Like, whose butt do I need to kiss over here to get my kid here? Don't worry about his grades. His mama's a comedian. Thought I was going to be famous by now, so I wasn't going to need his grades. But turns out that didn't work out. So if anybody has any plans and future dreams to, get what you need for your kids off of fame, just have a plan B. I didn't have a plan B. Succession plan. I was just like, this is gonna work out. And when I show up, they're gonna be like, oh, Allison. It did not work like that. They're like, girl, wear your mask. Are you getting these shoulders? Because they're like lots of shoulders activities on the first row. add in a laugh track. I got one I can send you. Okay, thank you. Just you laugh too out loud if you closest to the so they can hear somebody. It don't matter. One more of those audible chants would be fantastic. Right here, we're halfway through. Okay, thank you. Perfect. I got you. We're gonna cash up him. Cash up. The all-in moment is like, I'm so for it and I'm feeling it, and I just was so blessed again last night by the beginning of the conference, and just even when you sent that over to me, because it was a breath for me to take and just say, okay, let's be present, Allison, and let's celebrate the wins. I find sometimes too for me that I don't do that either, and then you forget. And I think that celebrating the wins is so important because it boosts your own self-esteem. It puts some steam and some electricity into your confidence. And then it's one of those things where you're reminded when, we go before the Lord, we're like, oh, but first of all, wait a minute, hold on, because I was just thanking you for what happened earlier. You've been good to me, God, and I know you're not going to stop now. So while we here, can you give me a call? Because the hoop is embarrassing. So I want to just, wrap this up and bring this close to the end with, I really hope that everybody here just thinks about the situation that you're in, whether it's one that's just a little challenging, a little uncomfortable, something that's up ahead. I hope that this was a moment that you could take a step back and you can laugh at it, which reduces its power or its frustration over you. And then it helps you to see clearly and have the courage to move forward. I know that life is challenging. But when we take advantage of these moments, coming out, pressing out to fellowship moments, we're all in. Those prayer team meetings, we're all in. We're learning more. We're hearing God. Those times that we're spending in worship, we are all in. We are pulling that stuff in deep in our hearts. So when we get on the field, we're not like, what to do now? Right? Because I want us to be victorious. I want us to have this moment behind us where we're not just triggered, where it's not like 2022, where it's like 2022 was fabulous because I capitalized on when this happened, when this happened, when this happened. For me, when the pandemic happened, I was already in my home that was brand new from the pandemic. So now I could do some filming. I was comfortable with doing videos. I was able to transfer live comedy into virtual comedy, which positioned me to be seen by the CEO of a bank because I started to do content around financial literacy and stuff because I wasted the whole insurance bag. And I was like, turns out I need to know a little bit more about money around here because I'm still broke. How you let $50,000 slip through your hands? I don't understand. It just went. I was like, woo. But I got a new couch. I'm looking around like, what did I do? Where is the money? But those hardships helped me out for the now because I was all in then, and now I'm benefiting from it now. And now I have the courage to say, I'm going to really be all in. I'm not going into this situation because somebody else said to me, well, what happens if it don't work, baby? Well, it ain't been working in Virginia. I ain't famous yet. I've been doing something for 6 years and it ain't so clearly I am okay with something not working out. I'm not going to let that keep me from moving forward. I'm not going to let that keep me from being all in. I've been failing, so I'm going to just fail different. If it's all right with you and we're going to laugh about it and I'm going to come back to Gethsemane in 3 years and I'm going to tell you how that went too, daggone it. But I just want everybody in here to be encouraged in your all-in season. This is our moment. Let's dig deep. Let's keep digging deep. Let's laugh at our situation. Let's do the internal work that we need to do. If we still lying a little bit, let's cut it out. It's 2022. We're going to stop lying. If we still talking about people, I know they're ugly. They're still going to be ugly, but we're going to stop doing that too. I stopped doing that. I had to delete some people off my Instagram page because I kept talking about it. I said, I don't want to do this no more. But they hear in my face, well, get rid of them off your Instagram page. You won't talk about the stuff. You know what I'm saying? We eliminate things that are interfering with us being all in, and we're going to embrace these moments that allow us to get into it, okay? All right? So did y'all laugh a little? Y'all laugh? Because I got 3 minutes. We're going to do a knock-knock. Okay. All right, because here's the thing. I don't want to come back here next time and talk about no tragedy, all right? I made y'all laugh about my hardships all my life. Sun up to sundown, picking that. I don't want to do that no more. I want to come and laugh about good things. People say, well, Allison, that's what happens when you're a comedian. The best comedians, they go through things. I was like, well, I don't want to be the best. I'm okay with being good. I ain't got to be great. I could just be average. You understand what I'm saying? As long as it's paying the bills. Yes? Well, thank you all so very much for laughing with me. I really appreciate you always having me, reaching out to me. I didn't want to go over my time. I got scared to death. And my boss lady said, do not mess this up for Queen Houston. So thank you so much. I am comedian Allison Moore, and I'm going to pass along. You look like you about to, you was just standing up for me? Oh, stand back up because I like you. But who coming up next? Who? Yes? Okay. I just need to move. That's what we saying. Just move out the way. Follow the directions. Okay, thank you very much.